Hello MAUSD families, my name is Patrick Reen, I'm Superintendent for MAUSD. There are still many moving parts as we consider reopening schools for instruction this fall. And as we continue to get more information, we're going to continue to adapt our plans accordingly. For example, you may have heard in Governor Scott's press conference that he'll be issuing an executive order for the first day for students to be now September 8th. Though the details of what this later start date will do to the rest of the school year are unclear, we do know that the additional time with teachers before students come back will be really important in our planning. As more details come out about the impact on the rest of our school year, we'll produce a revised school calendar and we'll distribute that out to families. We're getting many questions from families about the need for supervision for their children on days they're not physically present in school. And I can assure you the last thing I want is for anyone to lose their job because students aren't able to be physically present at school 5 days a week. As someone who was raised by a single mom, I understand the importance of parents being able to go back to work and provide for their family. I also recognize that we probably haven't added any childcare providers during this COVID pandemic. In fact, we may very well have lost some of these childcare providers, which makes this need even greater. To that end, we are working diligently to provide childcare options. The information that we requested in our survey is really important for us to understand what the relative need is for families so that we can begin to think about how to develop a plan to meet that need. At the time of the survey being due this past Wednesday, we'd heard from about half of our elementary families. That means there's about half of our families that we don't have information on about their need for childcare. So in an effort to try and get that information, we're going to be making phone calls to families who have not completed the survey yet so that we can have really sound information to be making a plan that we think is going to help meet this need. If you can please work with the folks that are going to be making that phone call and help provide the information they're requesting in an efficient manner, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll end today's segment by acknowledging that we're hearing more and more about how safe it is for Vermont students to return for in-person instruction in the fall. We heard Governor Scott say in his conference on Tuesday that Vermont may be in the best position in the country to bring students physically back for in-person instruction. However, this information hasn't yet translated into a change in the guidance for reopening schools, this guidance that was issued by the Vermont Agency of Education and the Vermont Department of Health, which really recommends keeping 6 feet distancing between children. We aren't confident that we can keep 6 foot distancing in all of our MAUSD schools, which is why we're reopening in a hybrid approach as of right now. Should the guidance change to reflect this new data, then we can reconsider bringing students back for in-person instruction. Until then, we're going to make sure that we're keeping the safety and the well-being of our students and our staff at the forefront as we continue to plan for our hybrid approach. We very much want to bring all students back. We know there are risks to students not being physically present in school, and we know there are risks to bringing all students back. We're going to continue to pay attention to the data, we're going to continue to follow the guidance, and make decisions with the safety and security of everyone involved as our top priority as we try to strike that balance of the risks of not bringing students in with the risks of bringing students back. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more information next week.